Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Derek from the Derek Street Photography blog. So I wanted to do a quick video on a new thing that I've been testing out. Dun, 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 dun. It's a new Fujifilm GFX 50R, and I think 50R, I think the R stands for rangefinder. I assume 50 means maybe 50 megapixels. I'm not 100% sure, but essentially it's Fuji's newest digital medium format camera. And to me, this is actually a very interesting camera to check out because it's what a lot of people have been dreaming for a long time. The first quote quote affordable digital medium format style rangefinder. And first things first, I just want to let you know that in terms of the styling and everything, I actually really like the camera. To me, it's actually probably one of the most innovative digital cameras made in however much long I could remember. And the thing that's really interesting about the camera is that it's actually not that heavy. The thing that I find interesting is that for a digital medium format, like I tested out the Pentax 645Z for a while. I really love the camera, but it was just far too heavy. This camera, it feels really good in the hands, but this funny thing is that it feels kind of plasticky and hollow, which the first gut reaction is like, wow, it feels cheap. But actually the added benefit of it is that it's a lot lighter. So you could handheld this thing. It actually feels lighter than like even a Canon 5D DSLR, which is fun because it means that in theory, this could be a digital medium format camera that you use on a daily basis. And in terms of the overall functionality, I've been just testing out for like a day. I really, really like it so far. And certain things that I really like is, you turn on the camera here, and the electronic viewfinder that you could actually see through here is actually quite good. And it's funny because it just kind of reminds you of like just shooting with a rangefinder where the viewfinder is not in the center, which typically is with DSLRs. It's actually a little bit off to the side. So it actually feels actually a lot more natural when you're shooting. And also certain things that I've heard. I just ordered a Leica M to GFX adapters, so I could even put my Leica lens on it, a 35 f2 Summicron. And after the reverse crop factor, it should be maybe like a 24 millimeter or something pretty wide. So anyways, I'm pretty excited for that. And first and foremost, in terms of the image quality, that's probably the thing people are asking for. Image quality thing on this is amazing. I mean, it's digital medium format camera, which means it's the biggest sensor that currently exists on the market. And I think the body for the GFX goes for about $4,500. You get the lens for like $1,000 plus. For the value, you cannot beat it. It's pretty amazing that digital medium format cameras that used to range in like the $30,000 range have now become the sub $5,000 range. So obviously still not a cheap camera by any means, but in terms of the value, it's pretty unprecedented. So really hats off to Fujifilm for pushing for this. And actually big shout out to Zach Arias. I know that he's been talking to Fujifilm for a long time about making an affordable digital medium format camera, rangefinder style-esque. So not 100% sure all the photographers who have collaborated to make the GFX 50R a possibility, but kind of kudos to them. So generally in the back, all you have to know is there's this like kind of flip out screen thingy here. It doesn't articulate back the other way, so you can't do selfie vlogs on it. I personally don't really find myself using this thing that much. I just kind of keep it up. And I actually found myself using the electronic viewfinder more than I would have expected with the LCD screen. In terms of the overall layout of the buttons, things make sense. A quick button, autofocus settings, single, continuous manual, view mode. So if you want to put your eyes over this, depths, or if you want to press the play button, you could use the joystick to look through all the different photos that you shot. And in terms of the functionality and the performance, it's quite fast, it's pretty snappy, it's very light. And when I downloaded the raw files to my laptop and now I use Lightroom to process them, the amount of details in these files are incredible. To me, it's almost, I think the biggest reason why I didn't like digital photography for a long time is that there wasn't any detail and highlights in most digital sensors, but now it's pretty phenomenal. Like, and I think one of the biggest reasons that I liked really shooting film was that there's so much more dynamic range in the pictures. But now shooting with this thing, it's like, at this point, the difference between shooting film and digital, it's more of just like a personal preference. if you prefer the slower process. And also, of course, film has a certain aesthetic that you can't replicate with digital. But at this point, the image quality of a digital medium format, the amount of information, the raw files are phenomenal. And the thing that I think is so exciting about the GFX 50R is that it's probably the first digital medium format camera that's a daily carry around that a street photographer could shoot with. So I'd actually be interested in shooting more like street portraits with this. Once again, I haven't really shot with it much. And also just seeing how fast it is just generally shooting in the streets. So basic thoughts that with the camera, comparing the GFX 50R versus the 50S, which is the older brother, I far prefer this over the 50S because the 50S, you know, it's got more bells and whistles. You could attach the viewfinder and stuff like that, but it's a little bit more expensive. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit more buttons. Fujifilm's done an amazing job slimming down the camera, simplifying the body, and essentially just looks like kind of like a bigger rangefinder. And it's probably, to me, the most interesting Fujifilm camera out there. Before it was like, I quite like the XF10, which is small, pocketable, $500. And then you kind of just go up to the big boys and then digital medium format. So obviously shooting with a digital medium format camera isn't going to make you a better photographer. It's not going to help you find more inspiration in your photography or whatever. It certainly will just, you'll shoot different types of looking images. The photos look different. The camera's a little bit slower, so obviously you slow down and stuff like that. So who is this camera for? I would assume it's maybe more for like kind of like landscape photographers, also street photographers who want to shoot like street portraits with more detail, or if they actually want to shoot more layers and just have more information. Also, the thing I find interesting is that if you're shooting in RAW, because there's so much fidelity and control and detail in the RAW photos, if you're the type of person that you like to shoot color and you really like to post-process your photos and you want to bring out all the reds and all the yellows and all the different colors, the RAW files in the thing will just kind of blow your mind. I've shot the JPEGs. The JPEGs look good too, but I think RAW, at least with this camera, is where it really stands out. The Pentax 645Z, I really like the positive film JPEG settings that came out the 645Z, but once again, the 645Z, it feels at least 5 times heavier than this camera. I don't know the exact weight, but the 645Z was so heavy it started causing me like elbow tendonitis, which isn't really fun. So I much prefer this camera because it's a lot lighter. And I'm just testing it. I just ordered it on Amazon because I was curious on how the camera performed and stuff like that. So far, my feelings are really, really good about it. I'll do a more in-depth review of it later, but currently it's probably the best bang for the buck digital camera on the market, just in general. And it's even funny because, like, you know, us photographers, we always like to buy new cameras and gear, blah, blah, blah. It's probably by far the most interesting camera. Like, even between this and like a Leica M10, I'd far prefer to get a digital medium format camera than even a digital Leica at this point, because with the image quality of these things, it just blows everything out the water. And my personal prediction about the future of photography is being bifurcated in 2 directions. The first direction is computational photography and smartphones. So like even the Google Pixel 3, night sight, amazing. Then the other direction, I think it's going to be digital medium format, because at this point, full frame and crop sensors, the image quality is pretty similar. And I do believe in like what Nassim Taleb believes in, this the barbell effect. It's you either want your camera super, super small to just like shoot with your iPhone, or you want something really bigger and beefier with the maximum image quality possible, which is digital medium format. Or another direction that photography is kind of going in, and this is kind of like where I'm going to, is a combination of photo and video. So a lot of, you know, even clients, they don't just want still photos, they want digital videos too for their ad campaign. So even my buddy Bill Brown invested in a Red Dragon Cinema 5K camera, and it's crazy. You could just shoot a video and you could just extract a 4K or a 5K still image and it looks as good as a still image. And so I think for me, I think the future of photo/video is still micro four thirds. Lumix is killing it with the GH5, GH5S, even the G9, and they're gonna make a new, you know, full frame S1, S1R2, which I think is going to be super interesting. And also because Lumix works with Leica, the lenses, the way they engineer it is really good. And it's just perfect and ideal for vloggers and people making more video. So anyways, really exciting new world in the world of photography. If you're interested in the GFX or any other expensive camera, my personal rule, I call this the 2 camera rule. Only buy it if you could buy it in cash and you could afford 2 of them. So this plus a lens is probably around like $5,000–6,000. if you have $10,000, $11,000 in the bank and you want to buy one, go for it. It's your life. You can spend your money however you want. I don't recommend going to debt and putting this on your credit card or anything like that. If you just want a good, great camera, just pick up a Ricoh GR2, get for like $500. And also, if you want more inspiration and motivation to shoot better photos, buying a new camera is not going to do that. It's just going to change the way your photos look. So I would recommend generally buying books, not gear. That's what I always recommend. Pick up any book by Joseph Kudelka, Magnum Books, Alex Webb, so forth, or even check out hapticindustries.com and check out some of the books we published. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to do some more reviews for this camera. So far, really, really solid. Very, very impressed. And I think the future of digital media format is going to be key. So anyways, what are your thoughts about the new GFX 50R? If you've tested it or own one, leave a comment down below. Some tips and tricks, or even your thoughts about digital medium format cameras in general. I'm sure the world will like to hear from you. So leave a comment down below or make a reply video or something else. More information to come. But so far, yeah, DMF is where it's at. Peace out.